Senate Bill SB 1025. Short title, Elections, Polls, Override Notification. I don't know why it says override. I think it should have read overvote notification. But
Well, no, it relates to the machine that you put your ballot in.
okay, all right.
Because you can push a button to override its objection.
Okay,
to you. Yeah.
right. Okay, that's right. All right. It will be it was introduced by Senator Townsend, and it would be in the Senate Government Committee on Wednesday. This this is an important bill because what happens is that if an individual tries to vote a ballot where there was an overvote, and that's why I got the idea of the overvote. Mm-hmm. When there's something like, then the machine is going to reject that ballot, and but if the voter wants to, they can override that. They can put the ballot through again and push the button to override, and then the machine will accept that ballot. Now, what happens is that the person doing this should be aware of the fact that the vote for that particular office will not be counted, okay? Mm-hmm. And that person may not be aware of that. But this law, if it passed, will make it mandatory for the election official that's watching this to remind the voter that if he or she does that, that the vote for that office will not count.
Yeah. Well, to give you a little bit of an illustration on kind of what it's referring to, if you recall, this year, at least in Maricopa County, you were told that you needed to use a Sharpie to cast your ballot. And there was an indication that because you're using the Sharpie and the liquidity of the ink that you're using to mark your ballot could bleed through to the back side of the ballot. So while you're intending to vote on one particular aspect on the ballot, you may also be voting on the back of the ballot, and maybe it doesn't even match up with anything. So whenever you start to insert your ballot into the tabulation machine, which is called the ballot box, the machine may come back and say, wait, we see something wrong with this ballot. And it kicks it back to you, you look at it, and you say, well, I don't see anything wrong with it, it's what I voted for. And then you push it back in, and then there's a button you can push on the machine that says, I want to override your objection to my ballot, and I want my ballot to go through. In that instance, the person who is watching you drop that ballot in the box must advise you under this bill that probably the irregularity that the ballot box machine noted will not be counted on your ballot. So in essence, you're casting a ballot that won't be counted, and they need to let you know that so that you can then go back and say, I need another ballot and I need a different pin to mark my ballot. So that's basically what this bill does, and I think it's an excellent idea.
Good idea. So, contact the members of the Senate Government Committee and tell them that you want them to vote yes on SB 1025.